Hey everybody, it's Christine, and I'm super fired up to talk to you today about some statistics I came across that really disturbed me a little bit and lit a fire in my belly and wanted to talk to you about it. And it's about entrepreneurship. But even if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, what I'm going to talk about today is really about taking risk and going after your dreams. So you may not want to start your own business, but I'm sure there are dreams you have or risks you kind of want to take, but a lot of fear may be stopping you. So listen in. I'm going to share the statistics I found, go on a bit of a rant, but leave you with some encouragement and also a strategy that will help you really go after your dreams. Okay, so here's the research I came across. Amway did this really cool research project called the Amway Global Entrepreneurship Report. And I linked to that in my blog, so if you want to check out the report yourself, just click below. And they researched the drivers and behaviors of entrepreneurs, specifically the entrepreneurial spirit. See why this got my attention? And they found a lot of cool things. 50,000 people across the globe were surveyed. And 3 things really jumped out at me that I wanted to address today in this video. First, female respondents are less willing to start a business compared to male respondents because they feel less likely to be supported by those close to them. As age increased, respondents are less inclined to becoming self-employed even if they really want to. And 70% of respondents said fear of failure was the #1 obstacle to becoming an entrepreneur, even if they wanted to be one. Okay, first of all, let's start with the ladies. So, and another research study that I found, and I'm sure some of you have heard the statistics, men will apply for a job if they only feel 60% qualified. Women will wait till they feel 100% qualified. So again, these are generalizations, but generally women don't go for it as much. And think about it, the women's lib, women's feminist movement, whatever you want to call it, has only been around since the 60s. So we're still breaking down that sort of unconscious and conscious conditioning that we're not supposed to, go after what we want or that it's riskier for us. And as women, when we don't feel like we're supported and encouraged by those close to us, it's even harder. And then the age thing, what I want to say to anybody out there who's feeling too old is we live a lot longer. 50 today is so different than what 50 was 50 years ago. So we need to drop this whole age story. And fear, and you've probably heard me say this before if you've been with me a while, courage is not developed in the absence of fear. If you wait not to be scared of things, you're never going to do things. You develop courage by moving forward even in the face of fear. Okay, so that was my bit of my rant. How do we deal with this? And I was really thinking, what could I offer you that both feels good and actually works? And the theme that I think runs through all of these situations, women feeling unsupported, people that get older feel like they can't take the risk, and then just fear stopping us, 70%, is not feeling supported. We need to feel supported. We need a tribe. We need people around us to encourage us, to advise us. We live in an interdependent world. And I think sometimes what breaks our spirit, our entrepreneurial spirit, or just our spirit in general, is feeling alone. So here's my tip for you. You have got to build your support system. Both the people that will tell you you're amazing and that you can do it and will cheer you on and will be sort of that emotional support system. And then you also need the people who have walked the path before, who can give you the strategy advice and the been there, done that kind of advice. We need all of those kinds of people in our life. I would not be where I am today without the support of a lot of people, both people I've hired, my loved ones, and friends that I've created. Now, did all the people that were in my life support me when I started on my entrepreneurial path or when I've taken risks in the past, like leaving my career or leaving a marriage? I've taken a lot of risks and not everyone in my life has been like, yeah, go for it. But I've had to find those people who do. So you may be thinking, well, I don't have a support system. I don't know how to do it. Well, first of all, I highly doubt that there's no one in your life that supports you. And second of all, you can't wait for your support system to come knocking on your door and be like, here we are, everything you wanted. You have to go out and create it by going to networking events, by being around like-minded people, by putting yourself in situations where you're going to meet people, and by asking for it. This is another thing I notice with women and why I feel like the statistic of women feeling like they're not supported is so high. We don't always ask for help. We don't. We're willing to give it, but we don't ask for it. And I think that's true for men as well. Men think they have to do it all on their own and be tough. So we have to start learning that vulnerability is not weakness. And that if we're going to really follow our dreams and we're going to keep the fire of that spirit, an entrepreneurial spirit or whatever that spirit is inside of us, we need people to help us stoke that fire. So my encouragement to you today, my instruction for you today is build your tribe, build your support system, ask for help. Start identifying and networking with the people that really are like-minded, are a little ahead of you on the path, and those people who can be your emotional support system. Listen, not all your current friends and family may really understand your dreams, but don't let them project their fear onto you. Stop letting them project their fear onto you. A lot of times people give us advice from their own perspective, their own fears. You need to listen to your intuition. It is not too late. I know risk can be scary, but go for it anyway. Please don't let your spirit die. Find your tribe, stoke that fire, and go for your dreams. You're capable of it, and you deserve it. And now more than ever, we need people to come forward, to be that change we want to see in the world, to listen to that entrepreneurial spirit, that fire inside calling us forward. The time is now. Don't wait any longer. Much love and many blessings.